I'm putting this video out a little bit late, mainly because I wanted some time to actually think on the subject. As you know by now, loot in Destiny 2 will not have random rolls on it. This is for both weapons and armor. In an interview with Mashable, Luke Smith was quoted saying, "There aren't random rolls on weapons anymore. Better Devils is a Crucible hand cannon in Destiny 2, and what it has on it is what it has on it. Period." So that's how loot will basically work in Destiny 2. First off, I want to discuss the pros and cons of this system. I'll be using World of Warcraft as an example because I put about 10 years into that game, and damn it, I use it as a reference for every single gaming experience. Almost. WoW basically used this exact system for 99% of its in-game loot. The following is a little bit of a generalization, but if you asked your friend, "What is the best weapon for my hunter in PvP?" they could list you whatever the best one was for each spec that you played, what boss drops it, or how to possibly craft it. In Destiny, if you asked the same question to your friend, you would get a few weapons like Palindrome or Ea's Luna for hand cannons as an example, and then you would get a few different rolls suggested onto that. And then you would have to go actually get it. Majority of the time, there is no simple way to say, "Go get this, it will help with what you are trying to do." The layers upon layers of RNG just make it so that measurement of time is an unknown. In the Taken King expansion, I needed a good sniper rifle. It took me nearly 8 months for me to finally get one that had the roles I needed to play the way I wanted to. And that was with me playing every single day. I'm sure every one of you has a similar story or is still currently going after that white whale of a weapon roll. The point is, with a fixed roll loot system like this, that grind no longer becomes one of uncertainty stacked on uncertainty. It's just one layer of you get the thing you want or you don't. And that, in my opinion, is a very good thing to get you playing to play rather than grinding to play. Now, there absolutely is a different side of the coin to this argument. In Destiny 1 right now, if every weapon had a fixed roll, the majority of us wouldn't be playing anymore. The game as it stands now is built upon grinding for weapons and armor rolls to fulfill a particular fantasy of that player. So for the most part, how much time you devote to the game is going to be based on how quickly you get those drops that you are looking for. Unless you're a player who enjoys progressively getting better at the gameplay, then chances are you will put down the game once you've gotten the drops that you want, or completed the activities that you want. If drops have guaranteed rolls, then that will happen much quicker under the Destiny 1 system. So, I think the main thing to try and remember is that this is going to be under the Destiny 2 system. The problem I and most other people have is that there are just too many unknowns right now for that investment system. Are there going to be enough weapon rolls to support long-term gameplay and multiple playstyles? Will there be enough archetypes of weapons with enough rolls in them? In Destiny 1, most archetypes of weapons simply aren't viable. So what if the main viable archetype of gun doesn't have a good roll on it? Will players have to make that choice of a good roll or a good archetype? The other question this brings up is, what happens when you get the same drop again and again? Later on in the interview, Luke says, "How can my 2nd, 3rd, and 10th Better Devil's hand cannon be interesting?" That's a question we should be asking and answering as quickly as we can. We have ideas. While I would like nothing more than to share those ideas with you, we're up against a deadline. I don't know if it'll make it for September 6th release date, but we have some ideas that we're pretty excited about. So, at the very least, they are aware of this being a very big key issue. For now, we can only have cautious optimism that whatever they have planned will be an interesting system. The one thing we don't want is to feel like there's nothing to do once you reach the end of whatever progression system they have in place. As a content creator, I feel I should also say that I'm really happy about locked rolls on weapons and armor. It makes my job a hell of a lot easier when reviewing weapons, and it also makes it a lot easier to theory craft certain loadouts or even suggest weapons to different types of players based on their familiarity with activities. On Bungie's end, this will also allow them to fine-tune specific weapons a lot easier than it currently is. Right now, aside from exotics, they can only make quick changes to archetypes of guns in a quick fashion. The game's evolved so that the changes need to be made quicker to keep the meta shifting towards balance instead of stagnating. So hopefully the system does allow them to make those needed changes in a much more timely manner. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, a positive rating would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.